Whether you'd like to accept it or not, the biggest thing that separates people who are successful in life, whether it's fitness, health, business, family, anything, is mindset. And in this video, I'm going to be covering 3 things that are making you weak-minded. And one of the biggest reasons why people can't see success is also you can't sit through a 10-minute video. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's going to be 10, 20 minutes or something like that. And the biggest reason why you're not going to be able to see success in life is because you are scrolling through TikTok for hours per day and you can't sit down and watch a video that's going to bring you so much value in your life. So stick around for this entire thing so that you can change your life. When I look through my analytics, I can always see people who are just dropping off right at the beginning of the video because they're like, oh man, this is going to be too much for me right now. Just watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing and I guarantee you it's going to change your life. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is Yoshko, and I'm a health and fitness coach, and I help people just like you, and I say just like you because you made it through 30 seconds of this video. If you can make it through 30 seconds of this video, then I know that you are my ideal client. So this video will definitely help you. I help people become more disciplined and create the life of their dreams through things like biohacking, nutrition, and through health, fitness. I own $1 million gym. And I know what I've been doing because I've been doing this for 10 years. So just listen up. All you have to do is just sit through a 20-minute video maximum. The number one reason why people are weak-minded is because they don't pay attention to how they talk to themselves. Your I am, I can't, and I hate statements are so powerful. You have no idea how much they affect you. I've coached clients before who will always say something like, I hate tracking my macros. Well, if you hate tracking your macros and you constantly say that you hate tracking your macros, then you will reap what you sow. You will hate tracking your macros and you will create this barrier for yourself to track your macros. You have to be very careful about how you are saying things about yourself. So the clients who do the best in the program are the clients who say that I might not like tracking my macros, but I will do this because this is important to me and I know that this is the path that I have to take. And the clients who do the best in the program say, I love tracking my macros. And it's not necessarily that you love tracking your macros, is that you say you love tracking your macros and you put that spell on yourself because words are just spells. Once you say it out loud, you pretty much believe it at that point. And it's the reason why affirmations work so well. I'm not saying sit in front of the mirror and just say, I love tracking my macros, I love tracking my macros, I love tracking my macros. What I am saying is that if you say that you hate tracking your macros, you will hate it. If you say that you love tracking your macros, eventually you will love tracking your macros. It's just how life works. Think about it. Do you think that somebody who says, I hate tracking my macros is ever going to be good at tracking their macros? No. So then why say it at all? Say, I'm working towards liking tracking my macros. Right now, it's really hard for me to track my macros, but I want to do this. I want to love this. So I'm going to keep working on this. Also, your I am statement. Those are the I hate statements, but I am and I can't statements are really powerful too. So I am fat is very different than I have fat. If you say that I am fat, that's somebody who you identify with. You identify with being fat. But if you say that I have fat, it's something that you can get rid of. It's just like I have clothes on my body. I can just take these off. Versus I am fat, that is such a weird statement because you'd never say that to somebody else, right? You'd never say, you are fat. You'd never say that to your brother. You'd never say that to your sister. You'd never say that to your mom or your dad. You are fat. You'd never say that. But you'd say that about yourself? Why would you say that? It's just so harmful. It's such a harmful way of thinking about things. The better approach would be saying, I have fat. It's just something that you can just shed. I have fat. I've gone through this phase in my life and I put on some fat. That's really easy to shed. I am fat is very hard to shed. And also your I can't statements. I can't track my macros. I can't work out in the morning. Those are all powerful statements that will stop you from doing those things. I can't wake up in the morning. Right? Rephrase it. Say, I'm working on waking up in the morning. I want to be able to wake up in the morning. Why are you saying I can't? It just stops you from being able to do it automatically. So that's number one. how you talk to yourself, your I am, I can't, and I hate statements. Number 2 is you don't track anything. So I've mentioned already tracking your macros, but there's so many different aspects of your life that you can track. So I track my sleep on my Oura Ring. That's another factor that I track. You can track your mood. You can track your food. There's so many things that you can track in your life. Anything that you want to improve, you can track and measure. And just keep in mind that everybody's always measuring to some degree. Everybody's always tracking something to some sort of degree, whether it is going and tracking your macros fully into MyFitnessPal or Chronometer or something like that, or is just looking at the plate and being like, oh, this plate is full. It's more full than yesterday. So that means I'm eating more than yesterday. That's both tracking. So if you're always tracking to some degree, why don't you just fully track, especially if it's something that you need to work on in life? Right? So let's say, for example, for sleep, right? You say, oh, yesterday I slept 7 hours. I feel this way, right? Or you can say, yesterday I slept 7.29 hours. I got 1.3 hours of REM sleep, and I got 1.27 hours of deep sleep. And then I feel this way. So I'm going to change my sleep in this way in order for me to feel a different way, right? I want to improve it by tracking it. And I can measure every aspect of it. How I feel, the exact measurements of certain things, what I did the day before to make me feel that way. There's so many different aspects to measure, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to improve. The people who always do the best are the ones that track everything. In business, especially. If you want to do really well financially, you track every single one of your finances, and you're always watching them. I check my business bank account every single day, sometimes even multiple times a day. Why? Because it's extremely important for me to grow my business. The people who I know that did the worst in business, the people that just are gone now, right? They don't even exist anymore, are ones that never tracked their finances. They never looked at it. Why? Because it brought pain to them, right? They opened their bank account, they're like, ooh, ouch, that hurts. I don't want to do this. Versus people who were doing really well in business, such as myself, we would check our finances all the time. No matter how much it hurts, I would open that account and I'd be like, ouch, right? Because then you can make decisions based off that and you know exactly what's going on in the day-to-day of your business. There's also people who weigh themselves every single day, right? Sometimes when you step on the scale after having a heavy meal the day before and having ice cream and pizza, you're going to step on the scale and be like, ouch, I gained 3 pounds today. Versus other people who are going to avoid weighing themselves because they know that they're going to weigh more that day. And then if you don't weigh yourself one day, then you're just going to turn 2 days and 3 days. And the next thing you do, you haven't weighed yourself in 6 months. And then when you step on the scale, you're 10 pounds heavier. And it just blew you're like, how did this happen? It's because you didn't weigh yourself. You might as well just track it instead of just avoiding this. So track everything. Everyone is always tracking to some degree. You might as well just track everything that you're trying to work on. Now, the next thing is you are afraid of judgment. This is making you weak-minded. There's so many things that I've done in my life that are just like, oh my God, that was cringe. There's so many things. And to avoid that cringe because of judgment, it's just not going to get you anywhere. The reason why people feel that like judgment of people, even though they're not being judged, sometimes even though they're not even being judged, they feel that judgment from people, is because that's how you keep a society normal, right? You get people who aren't going way far off the path. And so judgment is important, but you also have to break free from that judgment as well. So as an example, this is just a random example. You bring a scale to a restaurant. Bringing a scale to a restaurant is something that a lot of people struggle with. But if you really care about your goals and you're in a fat loss phase, you're deep in a fat loss phase, and you want to go out with your friends or you want to go out with your family to a restaurant, bring your scale. And the thing is, people will judge you. I guarantee that. People, especially if they've never seen you whip out a scale before in a restaurant, people are going to judge you. And people are going to say, why are you doing that? And just be like, oh, I'm weighing my food right now because I'm trying to achieve X goal. And then people go like, oh, that's funny. And then move on with their life because they really don't care that much. And I would always avoid these things in my life before just so afraid of people judging me. And then as soon as I did it once, I realized, I was like, nobody really cares that much. I remember the first time that I did it, I brought the scale to the restaurant, and the waiter was like, "Hey, are you weighing your food and tracking it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Cool." And he just walks away. I was like, "Huh, that's it." And then he just never said anything. I think he was like, "Oh, do you want an extra plate?" I was like, "Sure." Brings back the plate. It's like, "Okay, that's it." Huh. It was only me that was holding me back from bringing my scale to the restaurant. That's it. Nobody cared. The person who I was with didn't even bat an eye. They were just like, "Oh, Yoshiko's just weighing his food, fitness guy, whatever." Like, nobody actually really cared. And this is such a big thing in my mind, right? That I was going to be so judged, that people were going to be questioning me and judging me, but nobody cared at all. And there's so many things in your life. Like, for example, people fear judgment of others for opening a business. People are so scared of people thinking like, "Oh, like I'm a fake entrepreneur. I don't want to open this business. There's so many things that people are feeling judgment on. Like, before even being judged, they're already judging themselves, afraid of other people's judgment. And this is keeping you weak-minded. Because in order for you to grow, you have to really push those boundaries in your social circles and just feel okay with being uncomfortable. Feel comfortable being uncomfortable, right? So those are the 3 things that are making you weak-minded. And I'm pretty sure this video is pushing, I can't see it, but like pretty sure it's pushing 15 minutes. So if you've made it all the way here by the end right now, congratulations. Like, I'm impressed, because a lot of people can't do this. And I'm really proud of you for making it all the way through. So if you like this video, leave a like, and if you have any questions or anything, comment on the video. I'd love to answer any of your questions. I'll reply to every single comment that I get. I'm still trying to grow this channel, and that's why I'd really appreciate if you share this video with people like you, right? And I really want to find more people like you who are willing to sit and watch this entire video. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you liked it. Leave it a like, and I will see you in the next one.